everybody, my name is Katerina of 5 Hearts Refinishing. Welcome back to my channel. On today's episode, I'm doing a complete restoration of this vintage 1948 waterfall vanity. I promise you, you're going to be amazed at this jaw-dropping reveal at the end, so stick around to find out.
My name is Katerina, and I live in a small town in beautiful northern Alberta. I restore and refinish furniture, both for myself and for clients. Welcome to my shop.
I am so excited to share this restoration with you guys today. These vanities hold a special place in my heart, and I absolutely love working on them. So let's go through what's going on with it. So all the drawers are in good condition. Some little dovetails, evenly spaced. So I know that this piece isn't super old based on how the dovetails are made. They're not handmade. They are evenly spaced, roughly the same size. So all of this will get redone, and I'll be cleaning all of this out. Pretty grimy in there with just some makeup. There's a top coat on the top part for extra durability, and it's a chalk paint, and there's no top coat on this, or additional top coat on the piece itself. So lots of dings and things to clean up. Some lovely little details at the feet there. So we'll be keeping that. It will be staying as a vanity. And the client does have the original mirror, so we're not going to be doing anything with that. Here's the original attachment, so that'll come out. Everything's going to be taken out and taken apart and cleaned up, so that way I can get it back to staining it. Second part of this project is going to be fixing this little seat top here and replacing the cushion and the fabric. So the client has already provided the fabric for me, and it's a green colored corduroy, so that'll be nice on top of here. Some new seat foam, and just fixing up the actual seat base itself. The little stool itself is in fairly good condition. The joints are solid. The piece itself is has a little bit of a wobble to it, but I will double check. There's some gapping and things like that, so all of that stuff will be glued back together and cleaned back up and restained. So we're going to be doing a stain that is similar to this color, this darker brown, for the entire piece. Okay, I also wanted to make sure I pointed out what's going on here on the top. Even though this has been top coated, there is quite a bit of finish here that is not only failing, but moisture has crept in because it has failed. So I'll be needing to do some repairs to this piece. You can see the veneer has a bit of a bounce to it. So all of this veneer needs to just get glued back in place. I'm not looking to replace the veneer. This is a restoration. I'm not going to be replacing basically anything on this piece. It is sound. It just needs to be loved some more. I'm gonna get ready and get started taking everything apart and giving everything a clean. the gluing down of the veneer is done. And I did a little bit of scraping because I'm so impatient. But this is the wood underneath, the veneer underneath. Not sure what it is yet. Most likely either a walnut or a maple. The grain is lovely. So I don't know what is waiting for me underneath that paint. So very exciting. I will see very soon, very shortly. Still lots to do. I just want to give a huge thank you and a shout out to all of you, my subscribers, who have either been with me from the beginning or who are joining me now on this journey. My channel is small, but I am growing and I'm so excited to continue to share these projects with you all. So please, if you like what I'm doing, it would mean the world to me if you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you guys for watching. I really love that you guys are part of this journey with me. Let's get back to the project. Here's a crazy fun fact for you guys. In 1930, a typical bedroom suite, which would have included a bed, chest of drawers, a vanity and bench very similar to this, would have cost between $19.95 and $39.95. I can't even imagine those prices these days. Does that not just blow your mind? Commonly known as waterfall furniture, there is literally no style more evocative of the 1920s to 1940s furniture. This gorgeous style has its roots in economy. Due to their low prices, these pieces could be bought by so many people of various incomes. Oftentimes, they were referred to as newlywed furniture, since so many young couples during the Great Depression couldn't actually afford their own homes, and so instead bought a bedroom set for the one room that they could call their own in their parents' home. Born from a consumer market that hungered for affordably priced yet stylish furniture, the Art Deco influence on this furniture is undeniable. The simple shapes, the modern curves, the delicate poles and details that often combined warm wood tones give it an updated yet homey feel to any room. We may think of them as old-fashioned pieces now, but back then they were just super chic compared to any other furniture piece. So one of the repairs that I need to do is on this back leg, and some of the wood has just splintered on the edge here. So I want to just glue this down. I'm going to put a bead of glue in there if I can get in there. Try to get in there. And add some wood. And then so first thing I'm going to do on this repair is actually remove these little stoppers. These little metal stoppers are the bane of my existence. I just want to get this one off so I can do this repair. There's freaking little things all gummed up. So I think I mentioned this before, but this piece just needs to be re-glued, and it's just the support for the drawer. So I'm just going to get on that and glue that and then clamp it. Oh, that's how. So a busy day here in the shop. I just finished the sanding. So these two pieces are ready for stain, and the sanding on the panel that holds the mirror, and then the stool has been fully repaired and re-glued. So that's that. So this looks like this, and it goes on top of the vanity right there. And then the stool has been fully repaired and it's been sanded down, and it's just finishing up its glue up. I wanted to make sure I recorded this and jumped on here real quick. So all of this, believe it or not, was stuck under here.
I recently had somebody ask me for a quote for a project, and I actually find my pricing to be very reasonable. And she came back and she laughed. This is why people charge what they charge. Because these old pieces, these panels were designed, and the pieces were designed so that as wood expands and contracts, these panels move. You know why? Because it prevents the piece from cracking and the wood from splitting. When you paint a piece, especially these older pieces, newer pieces aren't really designed this way because they're not typically made out of real wood and they're just not made the same way. But old pieces, when you go to paint them and then go to restore them, if you don't clean out from in between here, then this piece still can't move. So when you're doing a piece, taking paint off a piece, please make sure you release the joint and scrape out the joint so that the wood can move freely once again. I'm going to vacuum this up, and then I'm going to keep working, scraping everything off because it's disgusting and needs to get done. If I'm going to go and stain this, which I am, that is going to show up in my work. So spend the extra time and do really good work, and your reputation will follow you. And that's everything in this industry. Anyways, just wanted to jump on here real quick and share that with you guys because it's on all the panels. So it's taken me a good fair of time. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I've already gone ahead and pre-stained this with a red mahogany. And now I'm going to go and do another stain on top of that, which is the Jacobean. And that's just going to bring out those brown tones. This ended up being a really light color wood. If I just went and painted it brown, then I wouldn't get that richness that the darker wood has. So I need to make sure that I have that purple tone in there first before I add on my brown, so that way they look as close to even as possible. And so I'm just going to go ahead and just add the brown on now. This is too purpley and I need to tone that down. So that's what I'm doing next.
One of my absolute favorite products that I love to use when I'm working on antiques is Minwax's Wipe-On Poly. I use the clear satin. The reason why I love using it so much is because it gives the appearance of shellac with the durability of a polyurethane. And it's very easy to use as well. I can't spray with it, but when I'm working with my antiques, I want the look of a shellac piece, but shellac just doesn't offer that much durability, whereas the polyurethane does. So these pieces don't just sit in a corner then. Pieces are beautiful to look at, but if they can't be used, then what's the point? So that's my 2 cents on that. This is one of my favorite products to use, and I highly recommend it. And here is the final reveal. This piece was an absolute labor of love. What was once covered in white plain chalk paint, this stain has brought out depth and tones and colors of the wood that have been missed for ages. I'm so happy that I was able to work on this project for my client. She's absolutely thrilled with it, and she can't wait to put it back in her home, front and center, on display for everyone to see. A huge thank you to every single one of you that watched this video. I really do love your support, and if you would like to continue to support me outside of subscribing, you can always go and buy me a coffee. Details are in the description below. I really truly appreciate your time that you have spent with me today. I can't wait to see you guys on the next episode. Until then, have a fantastic day.